just a piece of cat.
Chapter 2 The Waffle Maze. Morning light spilled through a golden mist, draping the world in a soft, honeyed glow. The air was thick with a sweet scent, caramel and cream, so intoxicating it felt like a dream. CupCat slowly opened its eyes, pupils contracting slightly, ears twitching. It sniffed the air, its brow furrowing. This scent was comforting, yet something about it felt strange. It lifted its head, and what it saw made it freeze. A fluffy orange and white cat lay sprawled across a giant waffle, its limbs stretched out as if melting into the golden surface. The waffle was perfectly golden, its edges slightly crisp, with an airy centre that held delicate pockets of warmth. Drops of amber syrup gleamed under the light, slowly trickling down. The cat's whiskers twitched as it purred contentedly, lost in a dream of sweetness. CupCat tilted its head in confusion, lifting a small paw. It sniffed the air deeply. The scent of waffles swirled around like a gentle vortex, so rich and inviting that it made its stomach let out a faint gurgle. CupCat lifted its head, scanning the surroundings. Its pupils shrank sharply. This wasn't an ordinary breakfast table. This was an endless labyrinth of waffles. Towering stacks of golden waffles twisted and curled into winding pathways, forming a world both soft and fragrant, like a castle woven from layers of sweet dough. A honey stream meandered through the labyrinth's crevices, its amber surface catching the sunlight in delicate ripples. Above, fluffy clouds of whipped cream drifted lazily, while tiny flakes of powdered sugar gently floated down, covering the waffle paths in a dusting of sweet snowfall. CupCat's tail flicked, its eyes shimmered with both wonder and confusion. CupCat, whispering,
"Where am I?"
WaffleCat says,
"Hey, CupCat."
CupCat's head snapped upward, its pupils narrowed. A lazy voice drifted from the towering structure above.
"Look at yourself."
Instinctively, CupCat tried to step back, but the moment it moved, its breath caught, its fluffy paws were gone. In their place was a soft sponge-like texture, neatly wrapped in a crimped cupcake liner. CupCat, trembling.
What is this?"
It raised its other paw in shock, only to find that its entire body had transformed into a cupcake.
No way. This isn't real. I'm not a cupcake.
WaffleCat licked a paw, watching with an amused, knowing expression.
"Welcome to the land of sweets. I am a WaffleCat, and this is the Waffle Maze."
CupCat's breath quickened. It frantically glanced around, the paths shifting subtly beneath its gaze, guiding it forward.
I want to leave.
CupCat's breath quickened. It frantically glanced around, the paths shifting subtly beneath its gaze, guiding it forward. WaffleCat says,
"Leave? Ha! Do you think this maze is just ordinary waffles?"
WaffleCat narrowed its eyes slightly, its voice carrying a playful yet mysterious edge.
"This is a trial of sweets. Every cat that enters must discover its true form. And you, CupCat, are clearly a cupcake."
CupCat's heartbeat pounded. It refused to accept this absurd reality, but as it took another breath, the sweet aroma of cake and sugar clung to its senses, taunting, undeniable. It tried to shake off the frosting dusting its tail, even licking its own paw in a desperate attempt to prove this wasn't real, but CupCat tasted itself. Software light, sweet. CupCat, stunned.
I really am a dessert?
WaffleCat let out an amused meow, a mischievous glint in its eyes. CupCat, panicked.
I don't want to be a cupcake cat.
It spun in circles, desperately trying to revert back to its original form, but its body remained soft, bouncy even. When it jumped in distress, its cupcake-like form gave a faint, spongy rebound. CupCat stopped abruptly, scanning the shifting waffle pathways, realizing something. This wasn't right. None of this was right. CupCat, whispering.
I need to get out of here. I need to turn back into myself.
WaffleCat says,
Oh? You want to leave? But are you sure? Sure you want to return to that dark, chaotic human world?
WaffleCat's voice curled into something sly, something knowing. CupCat's movements halted. Dark? Chaotic?
What do you mean?
It turned to WaffleCat, searching for an answer, but the orange and white feline remained lounging atop the towering waffles, its expression unreadable, its smile unknowable. WaffleCat says,
See? You're even starting to change back now.
CupCat looked down. Its soft cupcake body was shifting. The frosting swirl of its tail was beginning to fade. Fur was returning to its paws. Yet WaffleCat seemed unfazed, continuing to recline upon its throne, as though all of this was within its control. WaffleCat murmurs, voice smooth and enticing.
Why not simply enjoy the sweetness of life? True sweetness.
That voice, too gentle, too enticing.
Careful now. Get lost in here, and you may never find your way back.
A Piece of Cat, Chapter 2, The Waffle Maze, written by Madeleine, narrated by Sally Ford, visual design by Tino, music and sound design by ouoshiuan, and that concludes this chapter of mystery and wonder. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. But CupCat's journey is far from over. Stay tuned for the next chapter as new secrets and surprises await in the unknown.